Someone call me.
Yo, welcome. Good evening, boys.
Hello.
What just happened there? I could hear a video going on in the background. Anyway, what's going on, Zamwan? What's going on, Phantom? What's going on, people? This is another evening show. We've got an Arsenal supporter in the building, and we're the Man United boys, still waiting for the Arsenal boys to jump onto their videos. Today, we're just having a general chat about what's going on around football as we get closer to seeing Jadon Sancho come to yours truly, you know. And congratulations to Arsenal fans as well for,
Agreed.
being again winners and still holding the trophy for FA Cup. So congratulations to you guys. But I've got a few questions to that as well. Maybe I'll just start off with you, Arsenal. Then now that you've won, how do you feel? How do you feel now that you won? How is it? Super.
That's how I feel, bruv. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. You know when Iron Man in the first Avengers, yeah, when he lifts up the missile when it's about to go to the city, then he lifts up the missile, and then that portal's about to close, yeah.
Job done.
We basically made it through. We made it through the portal before it closed, but that's Arsenal. Like the last bit of the season, yeah. It's like I've not felt like that in any single moment for the entire season until the last game. So it's like that's why I'm glad the last day of the chapter has finished on the most positive note, which is why I'm just relieved. But it's like, okay, when you've pressed the off button, I can smile throughout the whole way until next season because we just had a dead season. I'm not gonna lie.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Here's a tough questions now. Since you're eighth, you're not in Champions League, you're not in any. Oh yeah, you're in
They
Europa.
got Europa. Yeah, they got Europa.
You got Europa. So that
salvaged. Very salvaged.
Can't believe it. So now that you're in Europa, do you think one of your top strikers is going to stay?
Oh, yeah.
The top striker?
One of.
Let me just
actually the top striker in Arsenal.
You guys are Man United fans, right? Let me just put it this way. Van Persie carried us to third place in the season when Aguero that season. Van Persie carried us to third place after you guys beat us 8-2. And he still went to Man United. So I'm like right now, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting, but it's like what makes me happy is to the season that we've had, we've ended it in the most credible way possible for Aubameyang to see that, okay, you've got a promising manager here, you've got a young squad, you can be the figurehead, you're the captain. This is all you here if you stay. That's basically what we've said to Aubameyang. So with that, I can't ask for any more, but at the same time, I'm dreading him going. Because if he goes, the whole bubble's burst. The entire thing.
What's the chance of him going?
That is in the fate of whoever comes in for him. If I was about to swear there, but if somebody with big pockets, yeah, that's a more appropriate way. If Sugar Daddy comes in and he's like, yo, Aubameyang, this team is already made for you. What Arsenal are trying to build, we are that right now, and you walk into it and be that, like top score. You're getting 30 goals here. That's what we want from you. If someone comes in with that, I'm scared.
Name me three clubs that can do that.
Real Madrid, they've just won the league. Benzema's getting old.
Yeah, Madrid.
But the only thing is, the role that Benzema's been playing has kind of been what Firmino's been doing this whole time. But that's another wormhole. Let's not open that up. That's another discussion. But yeah, what Benzema does is a particular job for that Real Madrid side, which is why they've turned down the chance to get Aubameyang. They've sold Higuain. They've haven't gotten Cavani or anything because Benzema has been playing a certain kind of role, which Aubameyang won't be able to play. But if Real Madrid are just like, yo, we want goals, what better man to give you goals than Aubameyang?
Yeah, but to be honest, they did try though. They got that Jokic kid. He just bust.
Yeah, but yeah, true. But that was a gamble. It's like, okay, let's see if he comes into the zone to replace Benzema when he's ready. But I don't think it's worked out. But I mean, Aubameyang, you can buy him and put him straight in the team, and you know I got. Like, it's that certain with Aubameyang.
Bro, even right now, he's walking into the Barca team, realistically. He can walk into anywhere he wants, honestly. I don't know. But I think maybe the only team he wouldn't walk into is like Spurs, just because they've got loyalty to Harry Kane. Or realistically, I think he's better than Kane as well.
But why is he going to Spurs? Like Spurs.
No, I'm just saying that's like realistically the only team that has a proper striker up front.
Can I just say this, right? I had this discussion with a mate literally yesterday. Like, the ultimate hell, you guys are gonna love this, but the ultimate hell for me is if he goes to Man United. I think there's a space for him right there. Like, if Aubameyang goes to Man United right now, yeah, that makes sense for the whole team, in my opinion. Like, if Aubameyang goes to Man United right now, is in the right age profile, nobody has to leave. They'll all learn from him. He'll fit right into that dynamic of the culture. Him and Pogba will be in the Lambo, like getting haircuts, going to the same barber. Like, he will fit right in at Man United to a point when it's scary. But at the same time, I'm like,
you guys are in like a weird spot now that you've got Europa through like a back alleyway door. It's like Premier League wasn't even. It was practically, well, it's out of your hands completely and utterly. But you just made it to Europa League now. So you definitely know Arteta is doing something right because he beat Man City, you got here through grit. Now, how likely is it that the board can actually help him sign new players? Well, how likely is it that he can actually get what he wants?
Bruh, he's done the ultimate validation. He's come in, half a season's worth of coaching. Let me just put it this way. Sorry, Tottenham fans, right? It's taken him 28 games to surpass Pochettino's legacy. 28 games to do what Tottenham have failed to do, basically, since whatever season they won the Carling Cup.
I saw some crazy memes, Lombe. Crazy memes.
Like,
I'm not something like he retired and he came back and he still won a trophy.
He signed for Everton.
Yeah, bro, the memes were not ending, bro. It's like he went to Man City, won a couple there, retired as an Arsenal player, became the manager, and they still haven't won a trophy, bro. There was a whole list of things that have happened since Spurs last won a trophy.
Amen. And so basically, what Arteta has done, again, he's done the ultimate validation job for himself. Like, here's a new coach who was haggling and hassling over the decision of it. He's come in, said, believe in me, got this dead team to perform in big games. You play Man City, his former master, right, in Pep, basically out tactics him, goes to Chelsea in the cup final, goes 1-0 down to them, and still brings it back. Under his management.
By the way, I still have the previous video. If you guys haven't seen it, go to the previous video, watch it. Lombe did say, if Chelsea scores the first goal, I promise you right now, it's finished. You might as well switch off the TV. It's over. Arsenal are going to capitulate. Watch that. You said it with your chest.
Whoever goes back, meme him and send it straight to.
What happened?
Someone send it through to Twitter.
What happened? But I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna lie. Remember what I said? The next part to that, where I'm like, Chelsea, you just didn't learn from what was happening here. Like, Chelsea went 1-0 up, and I said, if a team sits back against Arsenal and defends, we've got no Pogba or Bruno Fernandes to pick the lock precisely through and slip someone in. We ain't got that. So Chelsea, I don't know why they went 1-0 up, and they still allowed us to basically tear Azpilicueta a new one by sending balls over the top. Like, why are you playing a high line? You're 1-0 up against Arsenal.
You know, on a side note, when you mentioned that side, it reminded me. Yeah, just a quick shout out to Maitland-Niles. He smashed Reece James.
Yeah.
He smashed him. And honestly, I was looking forward to that. And personally, just going to put my hands up, I thought Reece James was going to pocket him easily. He didn't. He really didn't. He struggled. I think in like the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, he ran past him 3 times already. I was like, wow, it's going to be a long night for you.
Yeah. I still kind of saw that one coming.
They just left Azpilicueta exposed, like Maitland-Niles and Aubameyang running. He literally popped his hamstring. Like we literally ran him back, and Chelsea didn't just sit back and be like, "Yo, let's just."
You're very lucky. 2 hamstrings, bad decisions. You're very lucky that game.
Listen. But Chelsea fans keep saying this, right? But just before their goal, let's not forget, Martial got fouled in the box. I see it as justice. Because Martial's got his foot up to go control the ball, and Zuma slashes underneath his foot, takes him out. That's a clear penalty. We didn't get that, and they scored the next minute.
Zuma had his eye on the ball. He tried to kick it backwards. Like it was literally.
I know what you're saying, but he still took him out.
He took him out, but
listen,
it was
that's justice. Okay. I see it as justice.
Can I see this? Can I say this?
Which game are we talking about? Stamford Bridge, yeah?
Our game. Was that unintentional from Zuma?
It doesn't. It's just clumsy. It doesn't matter. It's
clumsy. No, mate.
Bro, it's clumsy. You can't defend like that. Huh? Listen, relax, Rombe. You're on a high.
You're trying to defend by kicking the ball away.
Listen, either way, it was, no matter what, I'm standing by it. It was a penalty to United. It didn't go our way. We didn't really complain on Twitter as much as Chelsea fans are now. They've got a whole riot going on Twitter against this ref. But
that was bad, man. That was bad refereeing.
I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, I'm not saying it was good refereeing. I'm just saying it was justice.
Yeah,
it was bad. It was bad. Yeah.
But
Lombe.
You know,
sorry. So how likely are they to back him? That's the thing. At the end of the day, that's what you want.
That's well. All I'm gonna say is that, like I was saying before, actually, I was gonna finish this. Arteta has done the ultimate validation for everything he's been mentioning. He's validated it as much as anybody in fucking in world football could have. Anybody, like I'm telling you, Klopp, Pep Guardiola would not have taken this side. The way it is formed and the way Arteta came in, no chance to strengthen anybody. There's no way any of these managers are taking this dead Arsenal side and showing us as well as doing what Arteta has done. So he's done the ultimate.
Agreed.
If you're not gonna back this guy now, you're just literally being negligent as owners.
The question I'm asking, because this is how tough it is for you guys. The question I'm asking you is, how likely is it to happen?
As likely as it's ever been post Arsene Wenger.
So is it going to happen? Like, you're going to sign players to actually back him?
I hope so, but really and truly,
you can't trust him.
I can't trust. And then on top of that, they have an excuse to fall back on like a bed. Oh, COVID. Whoa. I can see that being the you know what I mean, a factor where they can use and curveball it. Like, I don't want to hear it this year. I don't want to hear it.
Lombe, they're going to sign Ceballos and call it a night. They're going to celebrate and just go play golf somewhere.
So you're going to get rid of any Deadwood as well?
That's the most important thing for me. We have
about
7 trash defenders. Oh, you want me to go for a list?
You could argue 8-9 of their players is Deadwood.
But we need that's a squad. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's a whole squad. Listen, I don't even think we should let Lombe do this. There's more to lose. I think we should ask him who you keeping. Who you keeping?
Aubameyang, Leno, and Martinelli. The rest can go. I'm joking.
Saka?
No, I'm joking. Right? The one to keep is Aubameyang, Pepe, the front line, basically the whole front line, the entire thing, apart from Reece Nelson. He's on fraud watch at the moment. Yeah. Granit Xhaka I'm not sure whether we have to sell him, but we have to upgrade on this guy. So actually, talking about people we have to keep. Ceballos and Torreira from our midfield. That is all. And I mean that. Ceballos and Torreira. Maitland-Niles he's more like a utility player.
Martinez?
He was like Blint for us to you.
Martinez?
Definitely.
I like that. I like him as a thingy.
Martin,
I like that goalkeeper, you know.
I'm not gonna lie.
Him as well, Lombe.
Yeah.
When Bernd Leno got injured against Brighton, I really thought my whole fear this whole season has been Aubameyang getting injured. But when Bernd Leno got injured, I was like, bro, this is bad. I thought like it's over. Like whatever over was, like it's officially done now. I really had like as bad a feeling as I would have had if Aubameyang got injured when Leno. I was literally in shock. Like, oh my gosh, it's done. It's finished. Second game after lockdown.
Lombe, do you know his story? He's got a nice little story, you know, like where he came from.
Yeah, that's why I know the entire story. I know. I've been watching Damian Martinez for the last 10 years on Arsenal's bench, going on loan, I've seen the entire. It's so weird right now, like that he's in the team, like that he's even in the team doing well.
Bro, he made some good saves.
He's like Romero playing like full time, or Pereira playing like full time inside our squad.
I think he's better than Romero.
No. Chill. Do
you know why I think he's better? Do you know why I think he's better?
Dude, Romero, but he's literally
one of the hardest. Number one, bro.
He's like the hardest bench.
Yeah, but he's had the luckiest career I've ever seen.
Yeah, but when he's played, he's kept a lot of clean sheets. He's made a lot of saves as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember the 2014 World Cup?
Yeah.
Do you know how much games he played in that season to get in the tournament, to get in the World Cup team for that World Cup team? And he even did well in the World Cup. But do you know how much games he played? He was injured for the entire season.
That doesn't matter.
Listen to this.
I know what you're going to say, but he's all they have.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Damian Martinez, Arsenal's keeper, who we're talking about, is going to be battling with Sergio Romero now. They're both Argentinian, you know. So we'll see how that battle turns out.
Half and half. Lombe, sum up Arsenal in one sentence.
Wait, Bupe, can you see the live comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sum up Arsenal in one comment or one word.
Sum up Arsenal season in one sentence.
Lucky escape.
Take that. We'd take that.
Aubameyang cool. Lucky.
All right, cool. All right. Zam. The main man is coming to the squad. Champions League. You know what number he's taking. Me and you was debating that he's going to take 11 and 7. I say he should take a 7.
11.
Huh?
I'd rather he get 11, man. That 7's.
It's suited, bruv. It's a match made. Like,
yeah, but you've seen our last couple of 7s though.
Yeah, but this Jadon. Yeah, I mean, like, I've no disrespect to Depay and you know, but at the end of the day, this looks like the real deal. Like, this is coming up to the next level of quality in world football. Like, it's mad, you know. So now that Sancho is coming, definitely is what's practically here. Like, is that the main signing you're looking forward to? Is that the position that you're saying that Man United should have closed the gap in that we needed to get? Or are you looking forward to a different position where you think that this is more something I'm looking forward to instead?
Okay, so just before I start, just because I've been staring at this comment by Aki2K3, it has to go Ole, Arteta, Lampard. I was going to ask Lombe as well, just before that comment came in. I was going to say, do you think Arteta's done enough to be considered better than Lampard? Because they were pretty close going into it for me. I thought, nice, you got out. I thought that FA Cup game is going to decide it for me who's better. Deep down, I always thought Arteta a bit, but I just wanted that confirmation for me. I do think he's better than Lampard, but Ole, just because he finished third, it'd be deep not to say that. So I'm going to go with Ole. and we're still in Europa League as well. I'm going to go Ole, Arteta, and Lampard. But should I go into the Sancho thing or Lombe? Yeah, do you want to say something quick?
Yeah, actually, Lombe, I want to hear your opinion.
I have no opinion. I'm gonna Arteta's ECV is non-applicable to right now. It's like 28 games, bro. 28 games. I can't be making any statement saying it's better than Solskjaer or Lampard, because Lampard had a season last year with Derby. Ole's done this thing. Ole compared to Arteta is a veteran.
Yeah.
Like, that's how bad
listen,
it is.
Forget Ole, because technically Lamps and Arteta have had the same season. Like they both started in the Premier League this season. Who would you take?
They've both done an excellent. Like, it depends what side you look at that from. Because Frank Lampard has got, for me, like he's had a transfer ban and whatnot. He's had nothing to work with. He had a transfer ban, sold David Luiz to us, and still got top 4. So everything that he's done is validated, apart from the FA Cup final. He's done more than you can have asked him to do from this Chelsea.
I get what you're saying, but it's not like okay, so he didn't have a transfer ban, but the amount of players they had on loan, they realistically didn't even need a transfer ban. The players that they had and came in, they weren't bums. You know, I think he had a better team than what you guys had, honestly. Obviously, Aubameyang is just such a big factor. But then Pulisic, which obviously he's no Aubameyang, but he's no slouch in his own right. So I think the teams are pretty. They might favour Chelsea a bit more, and I still think Arteta is better. I don't know, just me.
Yeah, but really and truly, one last thing I'll give to Lampard is this Chelsea team ain't that like. This Chelsea team ain't that great. Like, they've got no defenders that you would take.
Yeah.
You like Man United, right? They've got no defenders.
I'd take Rudiger. I'm not gonna lie. I'd take Rudiger.
Yeah, I'll take Rudiger.
I think he's a madman.
I would.
I think he's Eric Bailly, but without the injury proneness. Like, the mad aspect, where he's just a wild card on the field, like a rough defender that's gonna go in there.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
But, but at the same time,
next to Maguire, love it.
I'm an Arsenal fan. We have the worst defense of all teams that we're going to talk about. I wouldn't take Rudiger. If you made me pay money for Rudiger, how much am I paying to have Rudiger and call it an addition to my defense? I don't know. I actually wouldn't do it.
It is a good addition, though. I mean, he's better than
I wouldn't do it. Like, what's the difference? What's the difference between Xhaka and Ceballos and Kovacic and Jorginho?
I'm not gonna lie. I think Ceballos is probably the best out of them, but then the difference between Xhaka and Ceballos is too big. So it's like you've got the best player there, but you've also got the worst player out the 4.
But this is where I'm like it. There's so many angles you could look at it, but Lampard's ultimately achieved objective, and Arteta's come in halfway through a checkpoint and still achieved an objective. So it's like there's a lot of future casting to do if you're gonna say Arteta. Like you're saying it with like, okay, in the future, his trajectory line is like this. It's a short line, but it's been like this.
No, but instead of looking at the future, just look at what we've seen. Who's had the better season? Simple as. That's what I'm basing it on. That's what I'm basing it on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Would I swap Champions League football for an FA Cup win? I don't know. Like you gotta be on one side or the other side to take that how you would.
To be honest, when you said that, I always change my mind, because I'd rather have Champions League instead of the FA Cup.
Big man. Get what I'm saying. So
this climate.
Yeah, big man thing. At this present moment, especially with us, like I would have taken both. It's just that's what scratches me about Oli, man.
Bro, it would have been such a better game if it was United. And I watched it, and I watched it with Sully. You people probably seen Sully on the other videos, and Camille actually. We were bored. Yo, Lombe, there was some parts of that game that was trash. It was touching boring. I'm not gonna lie, but
that Lombe, I've seen that Christian to Bellerin when Bellerin ran with it, and then he hit Nah, that was a foul, bro. That should have been pulled back. That you're so lucky, man. That game was just all lucky. It was just half
What
and half.
the Chelsea game, yeah?
Yes. I saw that. Like, yo, that
Of
pull that
all
back
the things
because
that, of all the things that, yeah,
he
of
slammed
all the
him to
things,
his back spine. Like you was talking about Giroud pretending. No, that was a slam to his spine.
of
You know
all
what
the
I'm
things
saying?
that Chelsea could complain about, that's not one of them, in my opinion. Of all the
Yeah, the
decisions that you
grabbing
had
of the
that match,
ball, the red cards, man. We can go backlog. You know what I
the
mean? Like,
Kovacic one, that was ridiculous. That's a
yeah,
worse.
that was
That's a long.
that was worse.
That's alongside the decision for Maguire to studs what's his name in the
Anyways,
balls
done.
and stays on.
Yeah.
That's the
That is
same
done.
level.
Congratulations to that. Yeah. So
Back
Zamwa,
to
as
Sancho.
you're saying, is it like
Yeah.
is it like your main signing that you're looking forward to?
Honestly, I don't even remember what football felt like to attack from the right side. For years, I forgot what it felt like to attack from the right side, man. We were so left side, just heavy left. Like our right side has been trashed for so long. I
So
think
Valencia, yeah, L shape.
you know what? If Jose did one thing, yeah, he made Valencia into a good defender. If Valencia just defends and does nothing else, he's great. I'll take it. But bruh, that guy could. No one could cross in our team. Even now, if you take like Pogba and Bruno out of the team, our crossing is appalling. But we needed a right winger, bro, for sure. We can live with the other areas. We need a midfield player. You could argue centre mid or CDM. We can still live with what we have. We can still live with the defense we have as well. But we need attacking options because we can't just be left side or over the top or through the middle. We need all options go.
So
Look at Arsenal, man. They've got options up front.
So we can live, yeah, but like someone who's burying it at a shot of any sort of kind of chance, like regardless, just give it to him and he's scoring. And also,
no, I don't mean like that. I just mean like they can give it to Pepe and he'll do something on the right. It's not like they can make a game plan against shutting down one side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're saying that with Uncle Matic in the midfields, we can actually we can do without.
I'm saying you play Scott McTominay. I'm saying
over Matic.
Yeah, man, Matic too slow, man. They're almost the same. I think McTominay is gonna have good progression coming into next year, man. He looked good at the start of the year. At the start of the year before his injury, he looked really good. If he can get this form again, and then I just hope to see nobody else touch that spot, unless it's like an injury or just a rotation game. I'd be happy with seeing what McTominay can do. And even now, us getting rid of Sanchez, that's freeing up, 40 million? Even though there's no fee, that's 40 million saved. Maybe we could go in for Donny van der Beek. That's an option. But I'd be happy. As long as we fix that right side, I think top 3 minimum. When we get Sancho, it's top 3 minimum. I think if we get a lot of luck on our side and other teams just capitulate or whatnot, maybe we'll get a lucky title. But realistically, top 3 with Sancho, and that's doable.
Top 3, just as long as Sancho comes in, top 3 with who we have right now.
Yeah, if we get lower than top 3 with Sancho, I think we need to look at ourselves in the mirror.
Where do you think where we have gone wrong there? Where would we have, like, what would the problem?
Then I'm looking at Ole. Then I'm looking at Ole. I'm very Ole in, but I'm not oblivious.
What are you looking at Ole for?
Because we have a good team at that point. Like, honestly, with Pogba, Bruno.
I mean, like, what are you going to? Let's just say we end up being 5th, and at that point, what is it that you're actually looking at Ole for? Like, what is the? What are you hoping that what would you ask him?
The thing is, obviously, that's hard to answer because maybe we're gonna have injuries, or maybe our players won't finish. Maybe they can't execute a game plan. I don't know. But if we lose because of, okay, how about this? I watched my basketball team play last night. We have the number 1 ranked offense in the league, and we're a very young team. But in the clutch minutes of the game, out of 30 teams, we're 29th. How can the first ranked offense go to the 29th rank in the clutch moments? So if we can't execute in the dying embers of the season, that's when I'm going to need to look at Ole. If we can't play bad and win, I'm looking at Ole. I mean, not in big games, in small games. You know, those tough ones. You're going to Burnley, you're going to Southampton, or just gritty games. I want us to play bad and win consistently, if needed. If you get what I'm saying here.
Yeah, I'll look at both. I'll look at players and only, to be fair.
I will look at both, but the thing is, like, Ole will be touching like 2.5 years at that point.
Yeah.
That's why I'm more going to look at him. 2.5 years, that's the time that's flown by. I mean, in 2.5 years, if he's more of a man manager and he can't coach the team into winning whilst not playing the best, I don't know. Then we'll look at the circumstances.
Yeah. Yeah, now at this present moment, Sancho is practically here. Now, I've read through a whole lot of signs. Have you seen the Sky Sports? Like, Sky Sports is a whole lot of people that we're linked to. And it's just like, it's exaggerated. As soon as a player is available, Man United is linked to.
Yeah.
And so at this present moment, Grealish is linked to us, obviously. We don't know what is going to happen there. And also, Van de Beek is linked to us at the same time. But I don't think that both can be signed, even just at separate times. I don't think that both of them will come and just fill the space of even the bench. If it was up to you, who would you take?
If I'm going to be honest, Bupe, just before I answer that, I have this feeling that I don't think we're getting a midfield player, man. Just being honest, I don't know. I don't think we're going to get a midfield player.
But is this Sancho the only signing we're going to get?
I think we can get a defender. You know, Pau Torres or Gabriel. I think they're more likely to happen than a Grealish or Van de Beek. I don't know. The Van de Beek just doesn't have the hype around it. Because with United, I know we get a lot of fake rumors, but we have hype or like this weird je ne sais quoi type feeling towards a player when we are somewhat actually in for him. I'm sure you can tell as a fan. I'm not getting that with Van de Beek. I feel as though it's a lot of paper talk. I feel as though it could be done if we want it, but I don't think.
Who would you rather?
For the price tag, I'm taking Van de Beek. There's no way I'm paying like 20 million more, 30 million more for Grealish, or like.
And if they're the same price,
same price. Obviously, I'm going to take Premier League proven every day. Grealish.
Fair enough. So, so both managers have got good qualities to them. Both have done well, but at this present moment, who are we looking like? You just said just now, like the gritty coming out and winning the last little gritty part of it. Do you think Oli has that in his locker the same way as Arteta, same way? Do you think one manager has got that kind of grit side of things to compare to the other? Which one would you say that is more likely to get through to the hard games or even just gritty games?
Yeah, I think we will be in more gritty situations. Yeah, Arteta and Solskjaer. I think we're more likely to be in gritty games because I feel as though Arteta will just be more about executing his plan or most of the time. So I think he'll try to avoid it. But I think if we come into it, Solskjaer is meant to be that guy to overcome willpower. So
what has one manager got? Sorry. What has one manager got that the other doesn't?
You know what? It's like it's the feel. It's the feel when you look at him. The aura. When I look at Arteta, it's very defined. Like Pep has shaped this man into even dressed the same. I could argue they dress the same.
He's gonna go bold, like he's gonna lose his
hair. Managing Arsenal, you never know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is, when Ole is ruthless, he's just not he doesn't look it. Because like we had this convo a while ago, Bupe, like so Lombe, think about this. When Ole got the job, he said people will be out who don't deserve to be here. And a lot of players are gone. Fellaini's gone, Herrera's gone, Lukaku's gone, Sanchez gone. Lingard and Pereira, we see them maybe one or two games for a couple minutes a month. Don't see Mara anymore. He's cut people out very quietly. He doesn't have the face for it, but I feel as though behind the scenes he is ruthless enough. But yeah, I don't know. I think Arteta will express it in a different way. Arteta will demand his game plan to be executed, whereas Ole's going to just demand brilliance with or without a game plan.
Can I have a little say on that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, from my perspective, why I think Arteta's more wired for this, and this is a future prediction. This isn't right now. Yeah, this is just why I have a strong gut, right? But I feel like Arteta, his management, or what he's done is similar to Solskjaer. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna throw you guys enough rope to hang yourselves. Whoever hangs themselves just does my job for me, right? Arteta, Solskjaer's down the path with that, right? Which most managers have to do, but you have to execute that with skill, right? Which I think Arteta and Solskjaer as well, I must say, have done with skill. But the difference between Arteta and Solskjaer for me is Solskjaer's a good manager, but where I'm optimistic about Arteta being a leader is he was Arsenal captain. He was Arsenal captain. He was Everton captain. He's been captain and a leader as a football player. And now he's just gone to Pep Guardiola, been the man who's been improving the players, doing fantastic man management, right? Understands the players, understands how players tick, understands exactly what a captain should do because he was doing it. And now he's manager. So I feel like our captain is in charge of our team. And I trust his leadership from back in the day as a player. And it's like seeing him now has reminded me of that yeah, Arteta's in charge. Our leader, our captain. I feel like it's a captain, leader, and a manager in charge. And he's coming here to because he's captain, he's a no-nonsense filter. I had to censor myself there again. He's a no-nonsense filter for any nonsense because he knows, innit? And he's played with players like Mesut Ozil and whatnot. So when Unai Emery dropped Ozil and brought him back, whatever antics that Ozil or other players thought they could use on a manager, Arteta's coming into Ozil like, bruv, whatever antics you thought you could use, they ain't happening with me because I was your captain. I was playing with you a couple of years ago. You can't chat ish to me. You know what I'm saying? You can't do them things. I know the truth. So you don't even bring that to me. And I think also one thing that Solskjaer lacks, which I feel like Arteta has a bit more of, is a philosophy, football playing style, a template to which involves 22 players. 22 players. That's the entire squad knows what the roles are on the pitch. And it's about how you rotate them. Whereas with Solskjaer, I haven't really seen what the playing style is. I don't see how he's building through the thirds. I'm not sure whether he wants a keeper that wants to play out from the back. Simply because of De Gea. Okay, he's a legend. He doesn't really need to be replaced, but I'm not sure Solskjaer. I don't know whether Solskjaer wants a keeper that's going to play out from the back. I don't know if he's on doing anything like that. I don't know if he wants to play out from the back at all, because I don't think Man United play like that. They just play each game as it comes, and it's about the quality players. Like the quality. And the last thing I'm going to say on this, which I've been banging on about, Gift, you know this, is the way that the squad is built. This is not Solskjaer's fault, but I feel like this is a problem that's going to either trap Solskjaer or show exactly what he's about. The way the squad is built for Man United, there's so many star players that have to be played simply because of the investment in them. Like Pogba, Bruno, certain players, you can't bench that kind of money. And there's no other players in the squad which are on that who have been bought for that. Like, you can't build a squad full of 80 million pound players. That's ridiculous, right? So you've chosen your 80 million pound players, and they're there on the pitch, and they have to play. Like, that's why I'm like Maguire, for instance. He's either a trap signing that has to work. For me, of all the money you've spent, Maguire has to work, because if he doesn't work, then you've trapped yourself with an 80 whatever million pound investment, which you then have to control if it doesn't work. That's where I'm like, okay, I want to see how that plays out, because if he decreases any lower than the level that he's playing at right now, you've got a problem. I'm telling you right now, because you're not going to be able to get him out of the club. Whereas Man City, the way they've built their squad, they've created this kind of culture of everybody costs 40 million, 50 million. That intertwines into the wages and also the style that's in the pitch. If you're gonna replace Sane right now, they can get another 50 million pound player and be like, Sterling costs 50 million, Bernardo Silva costs 40, 50 mil, Mahrez costs 50 mil, all these lots. So you know you will play. You've seen how we'll play. You see how
I don't know how they got this team of just 40, 50 million. It's ridiculous.
But the way they've built it is balanced. It's balanced. You can see how you can get in if you're a player. Whereas with Man United, where I'm like, some players since the lockdown, now you've got a defined first team. Like that looks like a first team.
Yeah, but Lombe, listen, that what you said was brilliant. But I think Solskjaer's already showed that though. He just got rid of Sanchez, and he was on 500k a week. So I think if Maguire doesn't step it up, honestly, I think Solskjaer could get rid of him. I see it in him. I know what you mean. It's a trap.
But Sanchez is a top quality player. He just he needs the right kind of environment for him to be himself. So right now, I've always said
the same thing. No?
But I always said it to Gift. Like Sanchez, he's gonna go back to Italy. I remember what I said to you, Gift. If Sanchez doesn't hit form in Man United, he's going to become depressed beyond anything. I literally called that to you, Gift. I said he's gonna become depressed at Man United and it's gonna be bad. And I said he's gonna go back to Italy most likely if it doesn't happen. He needs to be loved. He needs to be that guy where he's playing and he's loved, and it's like everything that comes with Sanchez, we just accepted it and he's playing.
Yeah, but the thing is that he
but then with Maguire, it's a bit different. Like he's not going abroad. If it don't work, he ain't going abroad, period. No one's paying 70, 50 mil plus that's from abroad to get Maguire. So he's only limited to the Premier League. And who in the Premier League is legitimately going to pay anything around that 70, 80, 60 mil, whatever it is, figure to get Maguire and take on his wages?
Yeah, but Lombe, you're assuming the worst. I don't think he's going to bust.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. This is either going to make or break Solskjaer. But I mean, there's things like that it's not Solskjaer's fault. But it's like the way Man United are built, it's a bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, that was our problem, the wage structure, and he took out Lukaku and he took out Sanchez. I don't think he'd have an issue taking out. But I don't think he'd have an issue with taking out Maguire as well if he's done that. You know what I mean?
That's why I've pinpointed Maguire in particular. Of all the signings you've made, I think Wan-Bissaka will be fine. Dan James 25 mil. That's the first signing below 30 mil.
I think he was 15 mil. He was 15 mil, no?
It's 15 mil. Oh, that's even better.
I'm pretty sure it's 15. Yeah, even
better. One thing I've been thinking about when you're speaking about Sancho, I'm still very convinced that Dan James has got another level to hit. He's improving. It's a young player. I think he'll get better. And Man United fans are just forgetting about him. I promise you. I watched him.
I can bring up the argument that Maguire is getting better. This is just his first season, and he's got loads of clean sheets, and then he's done his due. Who's kept the most clean sheets in Premier League? Who are you? And he's played almost every game.
No, he played every single game. He started every single game.
So as an 80 million pound player in Premier League, hasn't he proven it so far?
He's proven that he makes your defense better, but he's not proven himself to be an 80 million pound player.
Yeah, but none of these English players are worth what they are. I mean, think about Maddison. His price tag was 70 million. When he's realistically a 50 million pound player as well.
Yeah, but he's really not. It's like you see. Let me just put it this way. Yeah,
you see David Luiz
as well. You see David Luiz. You see David Luiz. Yeah. When David Luiz is having his day, he's as good as Maguire. But that's not something consistent enough for me. Same with Man United.
We didn't get him. We didn't listen to this. We found Pulisic before he went to Dortmund, and we found Alphonso Davies before he went to Bayern. And we have our scouts telling the board to buy them, and they're not listening.
Loads of times.
What good of scouts without a sporting director? It makes no sense. I don't know. So we did go around the world, but ultimately, we do fall into that trap. We go for star players a lot, and I think it's fine with Maguire. Realistically, I see him as a 60 million signing. That English cap, that English tax is real. How about this? If you look at
Maguire,
if you think we bought Maguire for 60 million, and he just had the exact same season as he did, played every single game. He had games where he looked incredible, some games not so incredible. But overall, he was a consistent player. For 60 million, good or no?
That's basically Laporte's price tag. Who has improved Man City more, Laporte or Maguire? And even at that, I don't think Laporte is this amazing.
I don't think Laporte is that good, honestly. Their defense cost them the lead.
But with that said, he's like... That's exactly what I'm talking about. You see how you just said it straight away? Like, I don't think he's that good, but they're a better team with him in there. But that's why I'm like, Maguire is exactly the same. It's like, I look at him from the outside. I can't look at him and think of my team playing him and think, that's an impenetrable wall. Don't go to Maguire. I'm like, get Lacazette and Aubameyang, yeah, in behind Maguire. He's the guy we need to attack. Him and Luke Shaw. No
Luke Shaw. Come on.
Yes, Luke Shaw.
If Man City's not getting past him, you're not getting past him either, bro. Listen, Mahrez was locked up.
Bro, that he 100% had his worst game.
That one specific game, our team played bad. Okay, don't latch onto one game. Don't latch onto one game.
Pepe will do that to him again. If we have one.
Hold on. But then there's other players that are kept quiet against him as well, though. Because you could argue that Salah hadn't scored against us until recently, and he's been against Luke Shaw every single time.
Yeah, but when you're playing on the counter, right, and all Luke Shaw has to do is go out to press his man, it makes it easier for him, just like Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, but you're not taking into account how good offensively he is as well. Luke Shaw's the full package. I'm not taking it.
He's decent offensively. Saka's better than him offensively.
Yeah, but Saka's
so I'm like, I'll take Saka over Luke Shaw, at left back.
Saka's a forward. What? You're gonna take him when he's getting spun by Mahrez?
Who?
Saka.
No, Maitland-Niles handled Mahrez.
Wait. So why are you comparing Saka to Shaw?
Because at left back, Saka played way less games than Luke Shaw this season and got way more assists and was way more of a threat.
Yeah, the thing forward. Is, I don't know what it is, right? We don't seem to get any luck when our fullbacks put a ball in. I don't know why. Just from the top of my head, I recall 4 instances where Wan-Bissaka gave in a very easy ball, very easy. Just needs to tap in into the goal. We never get it. I don't understand why. And then I watched Prime Mendy from Man City 2-3 years ago. That guy was killing people off the left. Just what we call a sweat goal on FIFA, left, right, and center. We don't get that luck, Pupe. I feel as though Shaw and Wan-Bissaka do it, but there's just never anyone to realistically finish it. I don't know why.
Unless it's Martial. Martial. Martial's the only one.
Martial does it. Yeah.
That's why I told you. Wan-Bissaka looks like Bambi on ice. He's literally when he's dribbling, he looks kind of weird. He looks. I'm not gonna lie. The ball.
Wan-Bissaka has improved.
He has improved, yes.
Kind of forward thinking and play. But where I'm like, this is where I'm like, if Man United, what's going to cost you next year is not the 10 games, but the 20 games where there's just that one game where your wingers have been closed out and a team have played you into, your outlet's going to come from the fullbacks today and they have to be on point. Once a team corners you into that situation, that's where it's like, oh, okay, Wan-Bissaka, how's your delivery?
You know what I mean? Will come in. Your frails will come in.
Yeah, because you know how Atletico played Liverpool, where they was like, you know what, we're gonna shut out Mane, Salah, and Firmino, and we're gonna give you Alexander-Arnold and Robertson plenty of opportunities to cross it. But that's exactly what we want you to do, because we know we're gonna head it out.
Yeah.
If a team does that to Man United, then it's like, how do you feel about Wan-Bissaka crossing into a block and picking someone out? Not sure. Luke Shaw, better, but
Yeah, but
still
we're not
not
really
like.
built like that, though. I mean,
Yeah,
why
we're
would
not
we do
built-
that? Why would we
yeah.
do that when we've got 3 players in midfield that can do that a lot better?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Bruno will go help and take the ball off them instead of them crossing it in.
Yeah.
We're just not
And
built
plus,
the same
and
way.
also plus,
That's
Sancho
where
is
the
going to be on
modern
that
game is
wing as
going.
well now.
That's
I know,
where the
I
modern
know.
game is going.
Yeah,
But-
I agree, but we're just not built
and this
that
is
way.
where this is sorry. Last thing to say, this is again where I can't see what Solskjaer is trying to do, because the first third of the pitch, I can't understand his intentions of how he wants to build out from the back. I can't.
I blame. Yeah, you said that. I'm glad you said that. Reminded me. Honestly, I blame De Gea a lot for this. De Gea's distribution is
0 to none.
it's worse than you can imagine.
Yeah.
Or like you know that Southampton game, it took De Gea a whole half, or someone had to have told him to stop playing from the back. Like that play where Pogba tried turn. I get that Pogba was pretty negligent. He should have turned around. He should have known who was behind him. But De Gea shouldn't have been making that pass to him. De Gea can't pinpoint anyone when he crosses it. Most of the time, he just boots it, just sees where it's going to go. Most of the time, it's like a counter-attack from a De Gea just clearance. He's very bad at that. And I'm not going to attack Solskjaer for that, because until we get a keeper that can do that, I'm not going to blame Solskjaer for that. And this is something I've been saying about De Gea for years. Even before Solskjaer, I'm like, he doesn't start anything. And now when we try to play out the back, it's somewhat better, but you can't just keep doing it. And you said you don't know if we do play out the back or not. We do a lot more than we used to. It's just when we get pressed, Wan-Bissaka is not the best at containing that, and De Gea isn't really the best at distributing it out against the press. So it's a bit hard to see a tactic. But we do have a tactic there. It's just when we have a counter to that first tactic, I feel as though 2 of our players in defense don't handle well against that pressure. Being Wan-Bissaka, which I think he can learn, but I don't know. De Gea's kind of old now.
Would you take Dino De Gea?
I'd love to say yeah. If we do it, I wouldn't really be mad, but I'm going to give De Gea 1 more year, man. That is a legend. Yeah, and man, it's not like we're getting some scrub. Let's be honest. Like, I know people are like, oh, De Gea's gone bad. It's like, you still take him in your team. Come on now. Let's not put too much disrespect on his name. But when you talk about out the back and clearance, full disrespect.
All right, cool.
The only thing I'll say about De Gea, last thing to say about De Gea, is he really has turned into, he will cost you 5 goals a season. That's the only dangerous thing. Otherwise, everything that Zamwa said, he's still a top keeper. You know how you know he's a top keeper? When he costs you a goal, you're still as genuinely surprised as you was the first time. You're like, what? Like, it's genuinely like, what? I can't believe he just did that. Even though I've kind of seen him do that enough.
I'm hoping he gets like a second win, because some keepers hit their prime again, like mid-30s. We got Van der Sar at like, how old was he when we got him? Like 33, 34 or something?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm hoping he's going to get another little wave. Who knows?
Yeah, I think he's got 1 more season left in him. The only thing I worry about, about De Gea is he's a reflex keeper. It reminds me of Casillas. He's not like a traditional keeper, a reader, an efficient.
He's not using his reflexes anymore either. That's what annoys me. Like some of this near post goals.
I reckon
stick your foot out, big man. It's what you've been doing.
I reckon
that's
why he's gone down. I don't see him being like 38, like being a Buffon and being like he's lost all his agility, and now he's just mastered his angles around the goal.
But by the way, this is also why I'd rather get a centre back than a CDM, because I'd rather have a quicker set. This is why I really like that Gabriel guy from Lille. He's quick enough to cover.
He's good. And you can play out from the back. You would increase your playing out from the back. Lovely.
Yeah. Well, good.
What is this live comment? That does not make sense. Who's he referring to? Am I bugging?
City reject. Fact. Good luck to him, though. I'm not really sure, but we're not talking about any City people right now.
I know.
So, all right, cool.
I got about 15 minutes left, I'm not going to lie.
Cool. So before we're talking about managers and we're talking about the ruthlessness of Solskjaer and him cutting people out, like let's say if De Gea keeps messing up, he's going to cut him out, and etc. etc. Now that is a legend. Well, De Gea is practically a legend in Man United, and that's just
400
losing.
plus appearances.
You know what I'm saying, and that's just losing another
Certified.
legend. David Silva is one legend we also lost in the Premier League right now. Sanchez gone. Aguero is about to go. Which other legends are you sad to see go like right now in Premier League?
I can see it coming, and I'm
Vardy.
very.
Vardy.
I'm not.
No, listen. Vardy
nothing.
is on something that I can't say, most likely, and that's going to keep him going for another 3 years at least.
Nah,
He's built different. The guy is built different.
I say one more, man.
Say no more.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised because Vardy's on something, but I say one more.
He's definitely on something,
more
man. The guy is an animal.
Yeah, I say one more season.
I'm just like, that's the one. My heart would be sad, like when Vardy, when I'm not able to see chat get banged anymore. Like that's gonna be a moment that will hit me. Like, bro, you know what? That man started in Sunday League, won the Prem, and he's backed out like a boss. Like, I respect Vardy so much. Like, these guys, what he's done is it's like, are you nuts, Vardy? Nah, Vardy's sick. Vardy's sick.
Yeah, well,
That's
put it that way. You think Aubameyang is going to retire in Arsenal is the question.
No.
Oh, so you said
I would love it though.
Leave. Yeah,
you'll probably go back to like his boyhood club or something.
Yeah, no, you probably go America. It reminds me of somewhere like going to just floss it out in America, mate.
He is African, blood. He needs to sort his family out. He'll go China or America or someone and just
but you got one of them teams. So this coming season, I think everything is going to change. So Chelsea has just signed 3 players. Oh no, Havertz hasn't come yet, has he?
No.
That's two confirmed.
2 confirms Havertz is on his way. So I think Chelsea are going.
Werner was at the game.
Yeah.
I mean, love it.
So they're having
the
best signing or window so far. Is there any team that you're frightened over? So like now that where we are, I'm sure Liverpool already, Man City already, or are you not frightened of them anymore, Zamwa? Now with the signing of Jadon Sancho coming, are you not frightened of them?
If I'm going to be honest, for some reason, even as bad as we are, we always turn up in big games. I think so this year, the year before that, and before that, we win like at least 80% of our big games. I don't know off the top of my head, but we always beat the big teams. And if we don't beat them, we'll draw. It's just small teams that we collapse against. Like so many games. West Ham, Southampton. These guys give us more trouble than the big teams. Like, well, we swept City. We even last year we swept Tottenham, for example. Liverpool only beat us once. We swept Chelsea. The year before that, same to everything. I think the year before that, Chelsea, City might have won a game. I don't know. Either way, I'm not worried about the big teams. Honestly, I don't know why. Something about the big day. We usually show up, but it's just small teams. There are times no one shows up.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't mean like head to head. I mean like as a collective. Like which team are we looking at and saying like, yo, those guys are going top?
Okay, so this might sound weird. I'm not gonna say Chelsea because they remind me of Van Gaal's first year. A lot of stars, a lot of hype. We bust, bro. We had Di Maria, Falcao, etc., etc. Look at how that turned out for us, man. So until I see Chelsea play, I'm not going to say I'm scared of them. Has to be City and Liverpool, obviously. Liverpool reigning champions, and Man City have the depth for it. They've got the depth more than anyone. The only reason I would say that we aren't contending is because we don't have the depth for a full season. We've got enough players to beat anyone head to head, but come a long season, we're gonna trip up somewhere. Man City don't have this issue, man. And now that they got Ake, it's going to fix up their defense somewhat. So I might even say that I worry about them slightly bit more than Liverpool. Not just because I hate Liverpool. I don't know. I have a feeling next year it's more Cities to lose, even though Liverpool are the reigning champions.
Do you think Arsenal are threatening?
Yeah, let's just see who they sign. I'm gonna spare Lombe that. Offensively, I've been saying they're threatening for years. But you know,
as a collective over a full season, do you think they
man,
can
their depth is worse than ours, man. Let's be honest. Even Tottenham have got better depth than. Would you guys say Tottenham have better depth than us as well?
Than us? We got decent.
They've got quite a good deep team, you know.
I know, but our first team to our second, our backup. But I would choose us. I'll choose us. Like not
so would
bad,
I. So would I. But I don't know. Do you think they've got more better bench players? Not start to bottom, just bench versus bench. I think theirs is a bit better.
Probably.
Tottenham are just missing one man to come in here and throw a wrench in the whole system. The one man that they need is unable to play for his own reasons. Ndombele. If they had Ndombele, fully functioning and ready,
Lombe, he will not play for them. Jose hates him, so he's either gone or Jose's gone. I don't think Ndombele we're ever going to see him again.
Now that leads me on to what I was going to say. Yeah, the teams that I'm fearing is obviously Man United. You're getting there, all right? Getting there. I see way more issues than people care to talk about, but fair enough. You've got a strong attack. That's where I'll hang my hat. But Chelsea, I agree with what you said but I just think once they sort out their defense, that is a problem. I'm talking on a European level. That's a problem, right? Chelsea, if they sort out their defense, and Tottenham, right? Yeah. Tottenham are right at that point now where they have the right team. Man. They have probably there's one more team after this, but they have the right team with the wrong manager. I wonder what this Tottenham team would be, because since Poch, they kind of have a newish squad now. But since they've had this newish squad, they haven't had a manager where the players are bought into it. If Tottenham keep mainly the main group of players that they have right now and get a manager that they respond to, I want to know what that would be. And the last team is, as I've always been saying, Wolves. Because I'm looking at this from further down the table. I'm looking at it from 8th upwards in my telescope, yeah? So basically, Wolves, if Wolves get any stronger than they are right now, they're a problem.
Yeah, but I think they're losing Jimenez. Not even to us. I think somebody's willing to pay 80 million. I saw it somewhere. Yeah, I did see it from a credible source, but I can't remember what team was willing to pay. I'm just gonna say Madrid, maybe. They seem like the team that would do that. But I mean, if they lose Jimenez, that should make it a bit eeasier for you.
If they get like a DM and probably another centre back, then if they get a DM and a 6th centre back, then they could start going forward at the back and playing different formations. Even
Dendoncker. I wanted Dendoncker as instead of Matic back in the day. They've got him, man. They just need to. I don't know. He's gonna shine. I believe in that guy. Dendoncker is a bad boy. He's just waiting to hit his stride in the Premier League. Because, like I said, I would have easily taken him over Matic back in the day. Even though Matic was better at the time, I think we could have built him enough now, like this year. Dendoncker would have shone for us. So we'll see what happens to that.
Cool. So
ironically, you know what Arsenal lack? Sorry, yeah?
I was coming up to the last question.
Yeah, actually, go on.
So we're just going to end this on the same thing as the title, because Jadon Sancho is practically a question for you guys, because I've been seeing this all around, is that do you think he's actually going to hit the ground running? Like, or
Yeah,
do you
for sure.
think that, like, do you think he's going to adapt like that, like Bruno Sancho or Bruno Fernandes kind of style, or it's going to take him a season
Yes and no.
for him
Yes
to break
and no.
in?
I feel like he's going to hit the ground running, but he's not going to be getting 20 goals, 20 assists.
What do you think? When do you think can he ever achieve that?
To get 20 goals and 20 assists, right, would be an Henry-esque season, a Messi-esque season. Like, I'm telling you, that's not happening in the Prem. It's not happening. I'm categorically, I'm sticking my neck out on this one. I don't usually do that, but for this one, people are living in dreamland. If they think he's gonna come in here, bang, be the best winger in the Premier League, basically, like by a distance.
Why? What do you think he's capable of?
Huh?
What do you think people are capable of then? What do you think he's capable of? Like getting what this season? Like
in his first season, maybe a 7 to 15 goal season and up to 10 assists.
That's a lot still.
Yeah,
that's a lot. But I mean, like,
even in my head, I was going for like 15 and 13. That would be max.
Yeah, that's like that's why I'm like, if I'm Man United right now, I'm kind of happy to see you guys go for Sancho, like as an Arsenal fan, because I'm like, there's so many other areas. If you just used 100 million to plug them, I'd fear you more than you buying Sancho with this team and just stopping there.
But it's in installments though.
Huh? What? Sorry?
A lot of debt to get rid of.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, basically, Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood is dangerous enough. So if you buy Sancho, you're basically taking one of them out. You're taking one of them out. That's good for me.
Lombe, they're still gonna it's gonna be Greenwood. Let's face it, it's gonna be Greenwood, and he's still gonna get 30, 40 games easily,
which is lovely.
Yeah, bro. I can understand.
I don't want to see Greenwood play. That kid makes me uncomfortable.
That's what the thing is.
I know. But listen, he can, even if he doesn't start these games, he's still gonna come on and make an impact. He's that kid. But even with Sancho, listen, he's not gonna touch 20 assists just because of one man in the team. That's Bruno. There's no way. But Lombe, the price is spread out. I mean, next year, when the season ends next year, and obviously there's gonna be fans in the stadiums, we're gonna make our money back. I don't think it's an issue what we pay next year. So realistically, I'm just looking at 60 million gone from this year's budget, not 100. Listen, he's going to hit the ground running just because he already knows our players. He's already boys with most of the squad. So he'll fit in. And I feel as though he's got that dog mentality to come in there and grind with Bruno, grind with Martial. Connection's going to be there. I think it's going to be harder for him to flop. But even if he gets like a 7-7 season, or a 10-10 season, he's going to get destroyed by the media because of his price tag. But I think that would be a good season, considering all the players in there that are going to get stats. Honestly, I don't really care about individual stats. I care about where the team ends. Yeah. So as long as his influence gets us like at least into round 2 or 3, the Champions League or whatever, maybe FA Cup, just something like that. And with top 3, then regardless of his stats, I'm happy with it because I know he's influencing. I know one manager has changed his game plan to try and suppress Sancho. Because at the end of the day, that kid's a transcendent talent. If you don't stop him, he will make change. And Lombe, even the 20 and 20 thing, if we're gonna have so many options, if anything, one of the years he's most likely to hit it, just because when Bruno and Pogba and all these other players are going to be so in form in a year or 2, maybe in year 3 of the current project, like 3 years into the Bruno era, people are going to need to plan for our other players so much that if they choose to disregard Sancho, he could hit 20 and 20. And we could even play Sancho at camp in lesser games and put Greenwood at right wing and give Bruno a rest. And when we do that, and Sancho is feeding in Greenwood, he could hit a cheeky 20 and 20 season. Not in the Premier League alone, but in total. If we were to play him at camp, Greenwood right wing in the lesser competitions, who knows? Maybe
that's crazy.
20 and 20.
That's
but don't forget, he can't play camp. He can't play camp.
Yeah, well, We will talk more about transfers in the next thing. This is 10 minutes over where I was aiming for, but it's been a good talk, guys.
It just happens.
It just happens. We come to the end of our broadcast, so please like, subscribe, make sure that you stay tuned for the Arsenal boys. I said this so many times. Arsenal boys. If you really want to contact Phantom AFC, if you want to get involved in the conversation, you can contact him. Zama, thank you for being on the show again. I will put the links of the social medias inside the bottom of the video. So please stay locked. And yeah, boys, it's been fun.
Just on a quick note, our Chelsea side has a video coming very soon. So yeah, something to look forward to.
Also, plus, stay tuned. I think we're going to do the transfer talk of Man United tomorrow. So it's not going to be only Man United, but the transfer talk for just what's going to what's happening is happening tomorrow. So stay tuned. Bless.
Lovely.
Cheers.